Hi guys, the European Commission wants to improve water quality standards across the bloc. So this means that many of the polluters will need to change their ways, or otherwise nation states will be punished with fines. Farming, which has been responsible for part of the problem over the years, has resisted change, and because it's a powerful lobby in Irish politics, it has got its way for decades. Over-fertilising and chemical runoffs into streams and rivers, and eventually lakes, has resulted in toxic levels of water quality. Here a member of the public explains the problems he faces, but was challenged by a farmer who's angry with any further EU action.
We spoke to RTE in terms of dogs being poisoned on Lough Melvin. I go for a walk around Lough Garradice in Leitrim. There's a sign up from Leitrim County Council saying to people, please be careful of algal blooms, don't let your pets go near the water. In my view, it's an absolute disgrace as a society that we have let our waterways get to that condition.
Okay, I want to bring in, I know that's Kathleen, isn't it, behind you?
Yeah, Kathleen, my name is Kathleen Hurley-Mullins, and this is my husband Tony. We're farming below in Cork, and I suppose I'm going out on the farm every day and I'm seeing the differences that we're going to have to make. From, I suppose, a point of view, we all sat down and watched an RT programme about calves going out to Europe and being slaughtered and all these awful things happening. And we were always in the position, we're dairy farmers, but we actually kept all of our beef cattle as well. So we kept our bull calves and we reared our bull calves and sold them on a year and a half. But now it's put us in the position because we need our farm to still be viable. So we're not going to reduce the dairy side of it. So this is the side that's going to be attacked. So because of EU regulations, well, we were doing the right thing all along. We were keeping these bull calves. We were rearing these bull calves. I suppose we're human. We feel for the animals that we're farming. And now they've taken that away from us.
What's that got to do with pollution? Was she actually listening to the comment made before? I don't understand what she's talking about here. Yeah, like this about bull calves. Okay, but what's that got to do with water pollution? With this? Unfortunately, in this interview with a number of people, none of the dairy farmers came forward and said, actually, yes, we're part of the problem. Like, of course they're part of the problem. If they're adding too much fertilizer to the land, and this is going nitrates, for example, and it's going into waterways, it's helping the growth of this algae, which is poisonous. It's poisonous to the river. It's reducing it's damaging the ecosystem. It's damaging the wildlife. You have to take responsibility for that. You can't just turn around and say, well, we're actually doing good things with bull calves. What's that got to do with water pollution? Something has to change. Now, unfortunately, as I said, the farming lobby in Ireland is extremely powerful. And it resists change. And it tells politicians, well, if you want to implement policies, we're going to punish you at the ballot box. We instruct voters how to vote. And if you want to introduce something that's going to be damaging to our industry and hurt our profits, we're going to punish you. And to hell with the consequences for the environment. Or they say, well, we want compensation. If you want us to clean up our act, you need to give us money. This has to stop. If you can't operate in a sustainable way, then you deserve to close down. Why is it any other sector would receive no support? I've made this example before to people. So if I'm selling black and white TVs, and then people stop buying these black and white TVs, or it's no longer feasible for me to make them, I can't go to the European Commission or I can't go to the government and say, can you give me some money to continue this industry that is no longer sustainable? They would tell me to get lost, and rightly so. But when it comes to farming, the farmers always have their hand out, saying we need more money, we need more support. And they get it. Why? Because they're a powerful lobby in the government, or within politics, I should say. But this is not sustainable. Why do ordinary people have to suffer the consequences of backward policies, or greed in many cases? It's unsustainable, and I hope that the European Commission push through with these water quality standards. Because if they don't, then we're going to see more of this. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.